1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, I'm Ben Sherlock,
I'm Luke Jamieson.
and this is Funny Talks with Ben and Luke. We welcome you, and we hope you have a good time. So anyway, what did you want to move on to next?
About Louis C.K. performing again.
Yeah,
So he's obviously a big influencer.
he is. Yeah, he was our big guy who got us into stand-up in the first place. Really, him and Jim Jeffries.
And Jim Jeffries, yeah.
We've still got Jim Jeffries. He wasn't Me Too'd.
And Jimmy Carr. Frankie Boyle.
Well, we could go on. The list could go on for ages. We'll save that for a different time. So we'll talk about how Louis C.K. is back, and it's been less than a year, I think, since these allegations came out, and he said these are true.
Did his film get released? The one with...
It didn't. It was gonna be released. I think that was what made people come forward, because they were like, right, this is not on. Cause
What, he's doing well.
I think that was the worst timed film ever made. It's called I Love You, Daddy. It was due to come out in like November 2017.
Do you reckon that was a little plug of what he used to say when he was pulling his pub?
Probably. So he's like, oh, I'll make a note of that. I'll make a good title one day. And so all these powerful men in Hollywood who were sexually abusing vulnerable young women were suddenly having their careers ended, and they were being charged by the police, and all this stuff was coming out, and everyone was finally like waking up and smelling coffee. And then it's like, hey, new movie out, guys, about this young girl who's targeted by this old Hollywood director who likes to abuse young women, but her dad doesn't mind because it's his idol. And it's just the worst. It was just the worst timing of any release of any film. So I feel like that came out, and they were like, okay, let's end this guy's career.
What I don't understand is, obviously, yeah, what he did was a bit strange, should we say. At least he fucking asked. It's not like he was doing like a Kevin Spacey or something like that, even though I think Kevin Spacey is an amazing actor and all that.
He is. That's what makes it so tricky. He's like one of the best.
He's a really good actor.
But
that was a very bad fucking thing to do.
But then if you actually look at his best performances, it is as a really sinister guy. So you just think, oh, that's just who he was the whole time.
Yeah, he was playing himself in Seven, was he?
Yeah, he just he wasn't killing people with sins. He was just committing sins on people.
Yeah, but with Louis C.K., he asked them, and obviously they thought, well, fuck, I don't know, we haven't spoken to any of them. But, it's a person of power, so this might be able to progress myself because he's such, basically...
Yeah, or like if I say no, then he might slow down my career.
Yeah.
Or, tell some people not to book me.
Which is obviously a form of pressuring, and obviously that's not fucking good, so...
But I don't know...
Bad one, Louis. But...
That's, we're just assuming that that's what he would have done if they'd said no.
We weren't there. Unfortunately, otherwise we'd be in a better position.
But...
'Twas a joke.
But none of them are famous now, so I don't know if they did it and were uncomfortable afterwards and started to... Because I do know that his manager, Dave Becky, I think that's him. I don't want to break anyone over the coals named Dave Becky who didn't do it, but I think that's him. He like silenced them, if you will. I don't know exactly what his methods were, but
chloroform.
Because it joke again.
Yeah,
we are having a frank discussion, so we'll say things like
even
that,
like Jesse Eisenberg. That was a joke. It's just I don't rate his.
We love you, really, Jesse, if you're listening. So anyway, because I do remember, like, you did hear things. It wasn't like completely out of the blue. You had heard rumblings of Louis C.K. doing weird masturbatory things to women.
Well, he used to fucking say it in his stand-up.
Yeah.
Which was probably a cry out for help if we're thinking about it.
I do feel like with stand-up, you can say literally anything you want and everyone will assume you're joking. I go on stage and say I'm a paedophile and I want to fuck children. For all they know, I do. But I don't. But
at least that's what you tell yourself.
But they're listening, and they're watching a comedian perform on a stage, and they think he's joking. It's weird, but I like it. It's hilarious. Anyway, so And that's so then Louis C.K. did the same thing. He talk about obsessively and compulsively masturbating and like obsessing over women and one of his routines was that he wanted to be able to just jizz at someone defensively. Like if they came up to me, they didn't want to talk to him, he'd just go "Bleh," in their face. So he was clearly a chronic obsessive masturbator. And you had, things had come up, little rumours and things, but I think people, because he was like the best, it was easy to just sort of say, oh, it's probably just rumours, I'm just going to continue to like him. But it's hard to do that now, because it clearly wasn't rumours. But anyway, so that was tough to grapple with.
Well, hopefully he kind of makes it back onto the scene anyway.
I mean, it's not something that's beyond rehabilitation. It's not like
someone said, I think it was the fucking owner of the this fucking
the comedy cellar
of the comedy cellar said, oh, it might have been better for him if he addressed it within his material on the night. How I don't understand how that'd be fucking a good idea.
Could you imagine? I mean, they're unhappy that he's there at all. Imagine if he started joking about these allegations.
Surely get it in the past. And you can only say sorry enough fucking times, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's nothing he shouldn't be able to come back from. I don't think personally. I don't think, it's because I'm a fucking male. I can't imagine myself being in that position. I'm just saying it being a fucking honest human being, to be honest. Okay, it's a fucking mistake.
When he apologised, though, his statement, he wasn't really apologising to the women. It was more apologising to, like, the people who make, The Secret Life of Pets, because he's now they're out of a job kind of thing. But then I don't know. I don't know. I can't really remember if there was an apology or if. But some of those women have sort of said. I can't even remember what they've said now, but they've said their own things about him performing again. I do think that this whole thing saying he should be able to perform again, it's not been long enough. That's just being decided by random people on Twitter.
Yeah. If you're in show business or something like that, you just need to be fucking celibate, because then none of this shit fucking happens. In all honesty, there's another one that needs to be fucking come out and start up a bit of work again, because it's been long enough. Bill Cosby, fair enough. No, I'm fucking.
Well, there's, you can be in show business and have consensual sex with people. But then...
no, we have to pay for it.
But then there is a big grey area. What do you mean you have to pay for it?
Because if you get a bill of receipt, you say, I paid for this, so none of this shit can fucking get out here.
Well, it's strange when you see Bill Cosby and Louis C.K. being mentioned in the same breath, because it is part of the same movement and the same... allegation train, if you will. Use the metaphor. But Bill Cosby raped more than 60 women. And Louis C.K. wanked off in front of 5. So there's... I'm not saying that makes him good, but it's not as bad. And,
it's the lesser of two evils.
Right? I mean, we're sitting here with
raping 60 people is pretty fucking bad. That's a genocide of fucking pounding.
Yeah, exactly. They would call it that's like mass rape. It's like mass. I mean, you heard 60 people have been killed. Like that was Las Vegas. That was like the worst mass shooting in US history.
Yeah,
it's that, but with rapes.
But this has been broken up over a period.
Well, yeah, I didn't do it all in one fucking day.
No.
I don't even know if
he'd have a lot of fucking Red Bulls and chocolate bars and shit like that on the go.
Viagra like Tic Tacs. So anyway, I know that we can just sit here and say this as men, and women might look at us and think, well why do you get to have a say?
He's not going to burst in and say that's out of order.
I know, but the Twitterati might.
I mean, I don't want him to sue.
We can't. He's in jail.
Oh, is he?
Can you sue from jail? He was. I mean, the guy's like 80, so he's going to be dead soon anyway. I don't think he ever thought he's sitting inside of prison. I thought he's just kicking back like, let's let this trial go on, and I'll just, I'll be sound, I'll be dead soon.
People that usually do podcasts are sometimes, obviously out there, but, you know, when you're kind of broadcasting it, I suppose they have to be some like neutral ground or something like that. I don't think we're finding any of that.
I know. No, well,
some people are going to be very angry. Like, if Kiri's very angry, you fucking come here, you cunt.
So anyway, well, I don't know. I think women would hear us having this conversation and think, "What gives you the fucking right?" And they're right. I mean,
because I'm a man.
But
'twas a joke.
Well, well, bottom line is that everyone who has assaulted someone and did something without consent or pressured someone into something they didn't want to do is wrong. We can say unequivocally, definitively, that statement is true.
I don't think you need to say that at all.
Really?
Well, obviously it's fucking... What? If you fucking told Bill Cosby fucking so-and-so many years ago...
It's not obvious. If we don't have that to be able to quote in a fucking article in Vulture, we could get in a lot of trouble. So, anyway, well, our point really is that there's lots of differing opinions, and that even though Louis C.K. was wrong to pressure women into watching him come, why is the punishment you don't get to perform? I mean, I think if he wasn't a rich, famous person, he'd get like a year in prison. But, I don't know. Did the statute of limitations run out? Should there be a longer statute of limitations for things like this? I don't know. That's not for me to say, even though I'm now saying it.
So we'll move on.
So anyway, it's been basically said that it's not been long enough. You shouldn't be performing again. He hasn't learned his lesson. But I don't understand when will be long enough. No one's saying, right, it's got to be 3 years. It's got to be 3 years, and then we'll all forgive him. That sounds ridiculous to me.
Yeah, it's not like a fucking, jail sentence. Like, oh, you fucking wanked on someone's dress while a kid watched. That's fucking 6 months, no going on stage for you.
Exactly. It's not a prison sentence that he has to stay at home for that time anyway. So I don't know. I think there are lots of people still in the world who are going to want to see him perform, and there are lots of people who won't. And I think the two groups I just described are men and women.
We like some free tickets.
Yeah, we're plugging you, Louis. No, I think that the ones who want to see him perform are men, and the ones who don't want to see him perform are women.
Because you were buying stuff off his site, and what's his site? You were like hoping that he'd kind of go, oh, someone still likes me, and like
and maybe get in touch. That was in the early days of like last year, and he hasn't been in touch. But he has a good system where it's like pay as much as you want, so I didn't give him too much money. So anyway, the Comedy Cellar put up a sign saying like, we're not in control of who's going to drop in and do a set, and if you're unhappy with someone who's performing, we'll pay your bill for you and you can leave early. Which is okay. So if Louis C.K. performs and you're a woman and you're uncomfortable with that...
That's a bit of a stupid fucking...
I know it is fucking stupid. And they say, okay, go on. First of all, a lot of people will say, oh, I was unhappy with that guy making that joke. Can I have all my drinks for free, please?
Yeah.
And also, they can't control who fucking comes in, but they can control who they let go on stage.
Yeah.
So that feels like they're washing their hands.
They can't control who comes in because they can have bouncers and stuff on the door. Surely.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
Because what if there's some drunk pisshead throwing shit?
And even if, Louis C.K. or, I don't know, who else has been accused? Aziz Ansari was another one. That was another grey area one.
Did he rape someone?
No, he didn't rape anyone.
I was about to say...
Why do you assume rape? Because he's not white.
No, I assume rape because we're talking about everyone doing fucking sexual dirty acts. What has he done then?
The woman who did it described in a long article the whole story. It was something along the lines of they went on a date and then they went back to his apartment, and he kept sort of being like, "Oh, let's take this one step further." A little bit, and she was like, "Oh no, I don't know if I want to have sex tonight." And he was like, "Oh, but look how hard I am," and all this.
Why have you got to use me?
Because you're sitting there. This is what
you can just say it. You don't have to fucking do the actions.
Well, I didn't actually put it on my rod, did I?
Rod. Is that what you call it?
So anyway, yeah, his name's Rod Stewart, and my balls are the faces.
Go on.
Anyway, so yeah, if they come in and say, "Hi, manager of Comedy Cellar, I'd like to do a set, please."
Oh, was that it? That's all he did? Feel our heart out and that's it?
Oh, yeah. I don't think they ended up having sex.
Well, I don't think so. She kept saying no and then feeling his penis.
So he did eventually listen to the word no, but not early enough, basically. But that's my recollection of it. I might have even been remembering it wrong. But so anyway, when that came out, there was a lot of people saying, you're making a mockery of the Me Too movement because that's nothing. And other people who were saying, that's assault too, and that also makes us uncomfortable, and men might find understand boundaries because of this story. So there's always two sides of something. But anyway, I can't remember where we were. I think we were saying, if Aziz Ansari or Louis C.K. walks into the Comedy Cellar and says, I would like to do a set, please. They can't control that they're going to do that or that they're going to email in, but they can control whether they say yes or no. So I guess it's up to them to decide, their own. I mean, it's his comedy club. It doesn't belong to anyone else. If he wants to let them perform, he can let them perform. Exactly. If you don't want a patron there, don't.
Oh, another thing on Netflix. I think it's Adam Sandler's 100% Fresh. I think he's only called it that because his last films have not been 100% fresh. Yeah. But, I mean, I've seen some bits of his stand-up, and it's childish. I mean, I'm not going to watch his new one anyway, but I think I might have to after the criticism I'm about to give.
I watched the trailer and he brought his dog on the stage, and my first thought is, that's cute. My second thought is, that's a gimmick.
That's going to shit everywhere. Someone's going to have to clean it up, and it's not going to be fucking him.
It's gonna like, come on, Biscuit, let's go.
Is that what it's fucking called?
I don't know. I assume so. Just thought, what would be I know what the dog looks like. I'm trying to picture what that dog. I mean, it looks like it's had a few biscuits, to be honest. So.
Anyway, he's a good comedy actor. Not knocking that at all. Well, obviously, he started on the scene doing comedy, and if it's, I don't know how he made a career then. But even in Funny People, if you've seen that, I really like that film.
Yeah, it's a good film
with Seth Rogen. But when he does the comedy, he just does like, stupid little voices.
Yeah,
and that's meant to be
that's the joke. Yeah,
shit. That universe's form of comedy, but that's what his actual stand-up is like. Well,
I read somewhere that for that film, like Adam Sandler and Jonah Hill and Seth Rogen and I'm trying to think who else did stand-up in it. Aubrey Plaza. Oh, and Aziz Ansari is in it as well.
Yeah,
they were all asked to write their own material for it, so that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen his new special. I've seen some of his earlier stuff. And he does a lot of songs as well. He's like one of those guys who brings a guitar on the stage and does a song.
Cunts.
Well, not all cunts. A lot of cunts. But
who was that guy you showed me a clip of? The one that plays the piano.
Bo Burnham. Yeah, he's
good.
Bo
Burnham, he's good.
Yeah, So he's one of the ones who kind of proves that musical comedy isn't just a gimmick or always shit.
He does it in such a clever way as well.
Yeah, like he
not like Adam Sandler.
Yeah, he doesn't just do stupid shit. He'll use it.
He's got to bring his dog on stage apparently to get more laughs.
Like, okay, I know you're not enjoying the song, but there's a dog there. You like dogs. Dimitri Martin's good as well. He doesn't do songs, but he gets his guitar out and plays it whilst telling jokes. But he's like a one-liner guy. Anyway, yeah, I think he's a good comedy actor when he tries, and then sometimes he just phones it in.
Well, things like Anger Management, that's a really good film.
Yeah, and Happy Gilmore.
Click, that's a good one.
Click is. I see Click as like the first half is a wacky Adam Sandler comedy, and then the second half is like really fucking sad.
Well, he did a serious film. I can't remember the fucking name of it.
Was that the 9/11 one?
I'm not too sure.
With Don Cheadle, was he in it?
I can't remember. I haven't seen it. I've seen the trailer. I've been meaning to watch it, but apparently it's really good. But he hasn't done one. To kind of obviously that's not what he's going for as an actor anyway. Like Will Ferrell, he's not going to do a serious one.
Yeah.
Anytime soon.
Even though Adam McKay is, which I don't like. And I wish he would go back to doing the silly comedies with Will Ferrell.
It was like The Big Short was a piece of fucking shit. It was so fucking boring.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he did his best to make, banking and financial crises entertaining, but
and funny,
you really can't
but
do
it's
that.
not.
Like, it was a big part of recent history, the big mortgage crisis, but it just doesn't look good on screen. And even, Christian Bale and Steve Carell and Ryan Gosling, wasn't Brad Pitt in it as well?
Yeah.
It's like quite a small role. They're all really good actors, but they... and they again, they're doing their best, but it's just boring. It's finance. It's boring. And then the new one, Dick Cheney. I think that looks quite good.
Yeah, Sam Rockwell as well. I like him.
But it's just another film that Adam McKay has made instead of doing Step Brothers 2.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which is...
But I think Step Brothers, to me, is the best comedy film.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
It's our favourite.
Yeah.
It's anytime,
we're 10-year anniversary
anything,
this year as well.
Yeah.
So
we're going to celebrate it.
It's September.
Was
it 28th September, something like that?
I can't remember. I commemorated it with an Instagram post.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the best, and there isn't a line that isn't funny, and there isn't a gag that doesn't land. It's just the best, and why can't he just go back to doing things like that? Because it seems like that's what Adam McKay was made to do. And okay, he understands politics and things, and he's a good storyteller.
Nice. Just keep out your fucking work.
Exactly, and like in things like Talladega Nights, that is very political in that, you've got this French guy comes in to threaten this xenophobic, patriotic American guy. But it was, above all, it was just a silly comedy, and the same with the other guys. The other guys was about corrupt bankers, but it was mostly about Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg getting blown up.
I like that. Like their like collaborations together are good. Like Daddy's Home was okay, but Daddy's Home 2, how it's too glammed now.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at it, it's like
really
too much bright
lit
colours and all that. And like, okay, all right, that's nice and whatever, but it's too simple of comedy. It's not going back to the more creative sense of it. It's just boring for me now.
Yeah, like I still quite liked it. I kind of like them both. I'll watch them.
To the pretty colours.
I do. It's an autistic thing. Forget fidget spinners. Just watch Daddy's Home 1 and 2 back to back. But I think with some of their older stuff, like that scene in Talladega Nights where he thinks he's paralysed, but he's really not.
Oh yeah, he stabs himself on the fucking leg.
Yeah, he stabs himself in the leg, and that's the kind of scene where like they just came up with the idea of it, and they could have had Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly, and Michael Clarke Duncan there all day, just like improvising shit to do.
Yeah.
Because he starts saying like, "I hope you both have beautiful sons," and they lose their legs.
Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Don't you put that evil on me. Because that, Michael Clarke Duncan and John C. Reilly, until then, were pretty much serious actors. But then they're not one of the ones who like come to comedy and don't know what to do. They transfer the kind of dedication and commitment they would give a dramatic role to just being completely ridiculous like that. And then like when he stabbed himself and he's screaming and they're trying to get it out and he goes, "Ricky, look at me, you can walk." He's like, "I can walk." And
he starts screaming because he realised he stabbed himself in the fucking leg. I mean, what's it? They're coming back for a film.
The Sherlock Holmes one.
Riley.
Yeah.
Yeah. But which was, I think it's a good idea, the fact they're having their on-screen presence together. But
yeah, anything with them in together is at least going to be worth watching.
I hope it's going to be good because the trailer, I think I laughed at like a couple of things in the trailer because some of it, again, it just seems like childish, like simple humour that caters to fucking kids pretty much. But they're not individuals that want a fucking audience. Well, I don't know what they want. They want money, pretty much, which is fucking fine. If they want money, that's fine.
The bit in the trailer where they're talking to some kids and one of the kids goes like, "No shit, Sherlock." That was to me. I just thought shit. That moment almost made me not want to watch the fucking thing.
One bit I laughed at was when fucking the bees are fucking all over the place or whatever, and he's just like going around, running around the room, shooting up in the air.
Shoot
To me, that's simple, but that was funny.
Well, that's the kind of thing where it's totally ridiculous, and they just be like,
funny.
"So yeah, Ferrell, you're gonna try and shoot some bees. We've got all day if you want to just improvise."
Yeah.
But so I hope there's a lot of things like that, and then that was just like a soundbite for the trailer to get idiots in. Because let's be honest, that's
what they
audience.
cater for now.
Yeah. So if people see that and they're like, "Oh, I know that from my life," and they're saying it to actual Sherlock Holmes. So I hope it's just they put that into pander to them, and the rest of it's good.
Can't remember when it's out.
I don't know what rating it's going to be, but I
they'll probably do 12 or 12A, maybe. Well, this side anyway.
I miss when Will Ferrell was, because he would do like kids films, like he would do things like Elf, but then he would also do adult things. Whereas now it seems like he's like a family movie kind of guy, and that's not what he is. His sensibility's not that. It's like, this house is a fucking prison.
Exactly.
He should be saying things like that. Or he's like, I got a belly full of white dog crap.
Camel dicks.
Yeah, it just seems like he thrives with the freedom to do and say whatever he wants. Or like, where he could just get naked and start running around. It's ridiculous, but he will do it.
Yeah.
And but he can't do that, obviously, if it's for children. Because that's inappropriate, but that's the Ferrell one.
And he'll be next on our fucking list.
So, I really hope it's good.
Well,
I hope
we'll see how it fucking goes anyway.
Probably with all the period things. Costumes and the setting. They might have been expensive to make because they have to make Victorian London. So hopefully it's not too expensive that they're trying to make it for a big audience. Because I hate things like that.
I have another film that's come out that I need to watch sometime. A Star Is Born with Bradley Cooper's directorial debut.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
No one fucking wants to watch it with me.
Have you seen the...
Have you seen it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good?
I like it.
We're just talking to our camera guy, Spencer. It's not some third stranger just walked in. Also, I haven't seen the new Halloween. I really want to watch the new Halloween.
Danny McBride, is he a producer or writer?
He wrote it with...
of all fucking people.
I know.
He's another one who needs to be in that fucking, like, trio with Ferrell, C. Riley, and fucking him. Because fucking hell.
Yeah, he's just... he's in that league with them where they're just funny all the time, no matter what they're saying. And
Will Ferrell found Danny McBride.
Yeah, he and Adam McKay, they saw The Foot Fist Way. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yeah.
At Sundance, I think it was. They'd gone into Sundance with that. So it's not that it's not good, but it is not the kind of thing you'd say at Sundance.
Yeah. Well, not anymore anyway.
It's really funny, but it uses a lot of awkward situations, and it's kind of like Eastbound and Down, but less loud. It's like a quiet Eastbound and Down. Which is
also
great.
something you should watch as well.
Yeah. Well, anything with Danny McBride in, basically. Even films
when it's just like little cameos or something. What was that?
What?
With fucking Ben Stiller.
Oh, The Heartbreak Kid.
Heartbreak Kid. Fucking
yeah, because even that is like
well.
not on its own a great film. Without him, it might not be worth watching. But he steals every single scene, and every single line he delivers perfectly. And it in Hot Rod, it's really funny in Hot Rod when he's beating the shit out of that guy going, I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day.
Yeah.
As if that's made him tough. Or This Is the End, where he plays himself.
Yeah. He's so fucking funny in that. He just plays a fucking massive prick. And obviously never fucking met him. I'm assuming he's not like that, but
no.
Even if he was, I wouldn't give a shit.
So anyway, he wrote Halloween with David Gordon Green, who was normally like an indie type director, but he also did Pineapple Express. And
He's
weirdly,
as well.
Yeah, I think him and McBride were like college roommates, so they were in the same course together or whatever. And that's how they know each other. So they'd have completely different careers, but then sometimes just get together and be like, let's do the new Halloween. Or, I think that's how he got involved with the whole Seth Rogen crowd. Because I think he was like, I've been hired to do this stoner movie. Do you want to play the dealer who always gets shot?
Yeah.
In fact, I think he was supposed to die the first time he was shot, but then because he was so funny, they kept bringing him back. Anyway, I think it'll be a good movie. But I haven't seen it. It's got John Carpenter's approval. He said it was good.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm fixing.
Oh, okay.
Is it all good now?
Yeah, just carry on. I'm not here.
So I'm in
This
the zone here,
is
Matt.
staying in the fucking recording.
So are we all good?
Yeah.
Can you sit down? You're making me very tense.
Okay.
Okay. We love him, really.
That's Matt.
It's Matt, our producer. Lost what I was fucking talking about now, Matthew.
Do you want the shout out now?
No,
We'll throw that in at the end.
you
We'll throw that in at the end, yeah.
Throw it in,
We'll just
yeah.
do it with your logo and shit.
Yeah, we'll do a big shout out. We'll do one for Spencer as well. What are you doing? You're rubbing his nipples? It's like, what is this? Distract Ben Day? Anyway, Halloween looks good, and so does
A Star is
A Star is Born. And what else is out? Bohemian Rhapsody. I thought that looked really good, but the reviews are saying it's really like formulaic.
Yeah. There's also Rocket Man coming out as well. With
Oh, yeah.
It's quite fucking coincidental.
Yeah,
That's coming out similar times.
it's like buses. You wait for one biopic of a gay rock star to come along, and then two come at once.
That's fucking shift ass.
Thanks everyone for listening. We've just got a couple of quick shout outs.
Yeah, Matt, our producer, sound mixer and engineer from Soundback Recording Studios.
Follow them on Instagram, soundback.recording.studio. Also Spencer Cammayo, our trusty cameraman who's been filming us for the YouTube channel. You can find him on Instagram at Spencer Cammayo. Great photography whiz. If you want to hire him for weddings or whatever, he's great.
We've also got being brought to you by Gentleman Pictures as well, which is a production company we're part of as well with Spencer. You can go follow them on Instagram, and we've also got a YouTube channel, Gentleman Pictures, as well, and we usually put up a few projects every few months or something like that, so go give that a look as well, please.
And also the website, gentlemanpictures.com, where there's blog, videos, anything, posters. Also my own website, ben-sherlock.com, not bensherlock.com, don't go to that, that's some cunt from Cheshire. It's ben-sherlock.com. You can find videos of performances. You can download audio of stand-up routines for free, which I could have charged you for, but I've decided to be generous and give it to you for free, so you're welcome. And also, you can follow Luke on Instagram.
Yeah, at LukeJam17.
He's not 17. And he wasn't born in 2017. Also,
It was the only one I could get.
Also, we have the YouTube channel Funny Talks with
Fuck,
Ben and
I've
Luke that you can subscribe to, and you'll be able to see the episodes we post every week. So, thanks for listening. We hope to see you again. Or we won't see you, but come back next week.
Cheers. See ya.
Bye. Thank you.